What's up, guys? Just been working non-stop at my moving company, and as soon as I get off, as soon as I get off until I go to bed, I've been working on my Glocks, trying to figure out what's wrong with them. The only Glock that I had working was my brand new one, my G45, the one I bought. This one. I was keeping this one on me all the time just because I know it was going to go bang, and wasn't having trouble with my other guns at all. They were shooting perfect, but then I ran into some problems, and two of them were actually pretty easy fixes. The one was a pain in the ass. Actually, I got the one part of it here. I'll show you that too, but the first one up I'll show you is the least customized one, my Ghost Precision. Just got the stock trigger on it still. Still an awesome gun. Still haven't figured out what trigger I'm getting for it. After the problem I just had with my Zeb trigger kind of pissed me off. I mean, I have 3 Zeb triggers. I only have trouble with one of them. But I wasn't having any trouble with it. But now I do. I don't know. But yeah, it wasn't cycling right. It was safety check. I really don't care to do that. Because if I don't know the gun's not unloaded, I'm not going to have it in front of my face. But still, some people don't like that. But actually, I should probably keep that in. Bullets, I would shoot around, and the next round was just getting stuck right here. It wasn't ejecting right. I couldn't figure it out. And before I tell you what the solution was, I'll show you my other gun. Because it was one solution that fixed both guns. But here's this one. Now, working awesome. But my second gun, I was really bummed about because this was like my most expensive build gun, other than my stupid Zev. I mean, not Zev, my stupid CZ Checkmate that I never fucking use. That I need to take to a gunsmith to still get it fixed. But this thing was. I think this one's probably loaded. Yeah. Same mistake. Same thing. It would shoot and then a bullet would get stuck halfway through. And I could literally push it closed, and then I changed the recoil spring. I bought tungsten ones for all my guns, and I heard not to do that, but I was like, why not? Tungsten's definitely better than a plastic one. Apparently, I was wrong. Soon as I put the stock recoil spring in, it was working perfect. It was recycling, but the only other problem I was having was the trigger wasn't resetting all the way. Like nothing in it. I'd shoot it, and then I would go to re-rack, or whenever it would re-rack after I shot, the trigger wasn't going all the way forward, so I would have to take my finger a little far back and push it up, and then it was good to go. So it was working, but the trigger wasn't. So I took it all apart and I just adjusted, because this is the adjustable Zev trigger. I just adjusted for just a pinch, fixed the complete problem. So I fixed the ejection problem and the trigger problem in both of these guns. This one's definitely the more badass one. This is the all Zev gun. This thing is fucking dope. I go in my backyard at night. Really shouldn't be shooting around here, but it's hard not to shoot like 5 in a row because it just bam, 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 bam. This is like a for sure competition gun. It's a 17, but I'd keep this on my side for personal defense, or I would use it in a competition. It's that nice of a gun. I took the compensator off because it just looks stupid as fuck. And I'm not a big compensator fan. I'm probably gonna put it on the new build just because it's kind of cool looking. The comp on there I think would look neat. This is the Nomad frame, and it's supposed to fit a Glock 19 frame, but as you see, I got the 17 frame on it. And to do that, you got to add this extra piece here. And I'll go over in another video, but how I had to get this piece to fit was another pain in the ass. So all I do is work on my Glocks anymore. But here's Big Daddy. Now this is my favorite gun. This was an unserialized gun, but I was I don't know, I was going crazy one day and I bought a Grey Ghost precision frame that I was going to use with my Grey Ghost, but slide or buy a new slide, but it's the same frame I had on, and I was having so much problems with the last P80 frame that I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna switch all the parts from that one to this one to see if maybe the frame was the problem. Well, I really don't think the frame was the problem, but who knows. I couldn't get the trigger to catch. I changed the recoil spring to a normal one, and honestly, it took it apart, put it back together. Like, I couldn't tell you how many times I did that till I finally got it. It would just the trigger would just pull. It would pull. You wouldn't get the click. So I'm finally, after I don't know, I probably spent 10 hours working on this gun trying to get to work again. I finally did. So I barely want to even touch it now, but because this is my favorite one. This is the Glock 17L with the hollow sun on top. And honestly, I kind of like the hollow sun better than the Trijicon. So, but it is working. I shot it. It recoiled fine. It didn't have any injection problems. So for now, it's working great. So finally got it working, but as you can see, not only did I have to switch all the parts out of this one, I lost the little black piece on the one spring, so I had to take this 17X apart just to get it to work. So now I gotta buy a couple spare parts for this one, but this one's more of my show gun anyways. It just looks pretty. This one's more my combat gun. But yeah, that's about it. Thank God I finally got them fixed. I mean, it was every night I was working on them and just like, what the fuck? They were just working. They were working perfect. So just because you got one working and it's working perfect doesn't mean that doesn't like it's gonna have problems if you put a bunch of aftermarket parts on it like I did. Like, this thing is full of all Zev parts inside. The only thing is not Zev is the barrel, because I couldn't find a 17L Zev barrel. They don't make them anymore. I couldn't find one on eBay. If I found one again, I would still pick it up. But yep, this is my favorite gun, and it is finally back up to work. Let me take the light off, just have the flashlight. So, and like I'll do every episode now, I tell you, these Hollow Sun fucking red dots and lights are the way to go. I guess if you're doing night vision, the Streamline is probably the better one. But I don't run much night vision. I'm not doing much shooting right now just because I can't get ammo. So these O-Light ones are like 3 times as cheap, and actually they have a laser on them. The other ones have like a big laser. This is the other one that kind of has the bigger laser on the bottom. These Bellar O-Light ones, the laser's like inside the light, so you can't even see it. It makes it at such a small profile and just kicks ass. So I guess that's about it. I got the upper parts kit in this one already. As you can see, I'm trying to get my mom to buy me the Zev trigger for it, but we're having trouble with when you order on Big Daddy Unlimited, say you put something in your cart. If you sign on a different device, it won't show that item's still in your cart. So I don't know. My mom's having trouble figuring out which one to buy, and I'm not with her, so she doesn't like giving her card number away, and I don't blame her. So who knows? She might end up buying me a barrel if that's all we can get. And I need to figure out. I know there's videos on what recoil, how you put the recoil spring in on these ones. I'm sure I'll find one on P80 Ralph or Marine Gun Builder. Those guys got so much good information on building these guns. It's unreal. I actually reached out to P80 Ralph to see if he could give me a hand on figuring out what some of the problems I was having, but he didn't get back to me. I don't blame him, but that's about it, guys. All right, I'll see you next time.